Welcome to the Chamber Vibes podcast with your host, Brittany Timmons, the Greater Guthrie Chamber of Commerce CEO and President. In this podcast, you will hear from local guests who will discuss topics such as leadership, small business, and our vibrant community. You'll also hear success stories and tips from amazing local businesses, dive into important news, meet community leaders, and find out how you can get involved in our community. From the Second Banana Media Studios in beautiful and historic downtown Guthrie, America, here is Brittany Timmons.
Hello, everyone. It is time again for another episode of Chamber Vibes, and I am excited today to be sitting here with my friends Tami and Dakota with a very Merry Guthrie Christmas. How are you all today?
Fine.
Good. Busy, right? Got a little thing going on here in a few weeks.
We are actually not a few weeks. It's going on now for a few.
Well, right. It's already started. It's already started.
We've had a visitor from California, one from Seward, Alaska, and Nebraska come through in the last 2 nights.
Wow, that's cool. Okay, so let's dive in and talk about a very Merry Guthrie Christmas. What is a very Merry Guthrie Christmas? Besides a long name, we joke about that. But I like it.
If we'd have known that we were going to do this more than 1 year, we probably wouldn't have named it a very Merry Guthrie Christmas.
That's okay. I like it.
But we like it, and so we're living with it.
That's right.
Very Merry Guthrie Christmas got started in actually 3 years ago when COVID hit. Nothing was happening. Nothing was on the calendar for downtown. I knew that our businesses thrived on things happening during the Christmas, and that's how most of them made their money for the year. And it made me sad, and I was laying awake one night thinking, what can we do? Mm-hmm. And this just kind of come across me. I needed insurance, so I went to Von Coburn with Fogus and said, can I jump in off of your insurance? She said, come to a Fogus meeting. I went to a Fogus meeting. I met Calvin Hoover, Dakota's dad.
Yes.
And he and I teamed up because they had a big fireworks show planned for July.
That's right.
And they couldn't do the fireworks show, so they already had the fireworks.
Everything.
They were wanting to get rid of the fireworks.
Ready to blow some stuff up.
Don't get rid of them. We're having a good show.
Well,
to blow it up.
If you've ever been to his show, it's not get rid of, because those shows are phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
But anyhow, we teamed together, and I stripped my house of all Christmas decorations, decorated as much as I could downtown, threw my husband in a Santa suit on a sleigh, thinking that people wouldn't want their children close to Santa because of a COVID thing. And Lord forbid, they were crawling all over him. It was crazy.
Down here, right at Wonderfolk.
Yes.
Yes, it was then Prairie Wolf.
It was Prairie Wolf, but at Wonderfolk. and people were climbing all over Santa. And what's funny is, with my husband and having the job that he's had for several years, people didn't know he was Santa Claus. And they were shocked to find out. And so then it became adults wanting to come and sit with Santa. And so that's what started it. It was going to be one and done and walk away. People had so much fun that I started getting calls immediately after the event asking us to do it again. We talked to the city manager. They suggested that we move it so that we don't compete with anybody else that already had events planned, which was fine with us. Mm-hmm. We moved it to the flats. The second year, we did blow-ups.
Tons of blow-ups.
Tons. And
about 30 trees wrapped in Christmas lights.
Yeah, we did 30 trees, and then we had to unzip those blow-ups a lot during the middle of the night in our pajamas, and we decided after a year of blow-ups, they were gone.
Yes.
Yeah, we still have a handful.
But we still have a handful, and we still need to use them. And as of today, we have
over 60 trees wrapped in the flats, still a ton of blow-ups. We have 31 wireframe displays that are all lit up down there right now on 7th and 6th Street.
And they're not small displays. They're 4 and 5 foot tall, even taller. We have one that we're waiting for Thursday when it gets here. It's going to be a 40-foot long roller coaster with elves that are rolling through it. So we've got that.
We're waiting to receive a bunch of pole mount wreaths and bells and
Okay, so y'all are going to be adding to it. So let's get into where does the funding come for this? So you guys had the first year, and then you decided you wanted to do something good.
That funding came from 3 couples and 2 men. And we all pitched in out of our pockets the first year and literally bought everything ourselves. We had a few people that I think donated, a few $100s. And then after everybody saw what we did,
had a few businesses pitch into to sponsor trees and more lights.
More lights, more trees. People liked what we're doing. And what we do with any money that we make, which we give back to our community, we buy Christmas gifts for every patient in the nursing homes. And then we buy, this year we're trying to hook up with the elderly, the nutrition deal. And if there's shut-ins that don't have family, that don't get to have a Christmas, we're going to try to buy some gifts to make sure that that the elderly are getting a good Christmas.
That's awesome. So you guys are 501c3 now?
Yes. As of January.
That's exciting.
We became a 501c3.
Yes.
We do have a donation box. So if you come through, it's not mandatory. We appreciate it.
Sure.
But that also goes to help us maintain these lights. Just the 2 arches, just so you know that the arches are probably close to,
They're about 800 piece.
800, that's what I was thinking.
There's over 40
$800.
strands
People
of
just
lights.
have no idea.
The lights on the arches were about $800.
All the wireframe displays are anywhere from $300 to $5,000 a set.
Right.
So
Wow. So this year, because you've been able to add things, you now have all the support that's come about, right?
Yes, we have 7 drivable blocks. It goes in a horseshoe. We shut off 6th and 7th Street
from Warner to Washington.
To Washington, and it's a 7-block
Drive-through event.
drive-through event. And the people that came from Nebraska said they were just happened to be driving down Highway 33, saw it, and said that they go to a lot of these, and for us to only be 3 years old,
Right.
wow.
Right. You and I were just talking about this yesterday. I mean, I was like, look at what this has become in just a short amount of time, because people now think it's awesome that, one, you're adding value to Guthrie because you're giving something else along with our other great events and things happening for people to experience. It's different.
Yes.
And you're giving back to the community.
And we love it. I go sit down there every night from 6 till 10 and collect money.
So if anyone wants to bring Tami some food, you know where to find her. The Cottonwood Flats if she needs some dinner, right?
And I
There you
really
go.
like a Sonic water with double mango.
There you go.
You can always bring me a drink too.
Yeah, you can always bring someone else I know in the room behind the scenes a Sonic drink as well.
Exactly.
That's how they. What is that? I saw it on Facebook. That was like, that's how you say I love you in Oklahoman, is bringing someone a Sonic drink. So there's your plug. What do you like, Dakota? Just make sure you mention it.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea. Okay. Yes, sweet tea. So there you go.
So.
Yes, but that's awesome, and that's awesome that people are already throwing cash in, right after this started. I mean, you just lit it up officially, right? And
I can be out
Thanksgiving
working.
weekend.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can be out working on a set, bent over, and I've had cars stop and say, "Would you take my money?" Well, yeah, I'll take whatever you got.
awesome. And you've had a lot of business support.
Oh,
Yep, we
Guthrie businesses. I can't tell you how much we love our Guthrie businesses. The one thing I am missing that I would really like to have, and I'm going to throw it out there.
Throw it out. That's what this is for. Information.
I am wanting someone to help us purchase a manger scene.
Okay.
I bought one last year. It's a blow up. It's kind of hokey, but it's the best we got. But I would love for some families. I don't care if you're of the same family. I'll put your name on the sign. I'm not ashamed, and I'm not ashamed to ask for the money either.
Right. So wireframe nativity.
It's a big wireframe nativity scene.
Okay.
There's two, and you don't have to buy all the pieces at once. You can buy, like a couple of our businesses have bought pieces, and they said, this is what we want to do this year, and next year we're going to buy, like the
EMI sponsored a excavator that has an elf throwing a present this year, and next year they want to do a dump truck full of presents.
Cool.
As a wireframe.
And then Farmers and Merchants Bank did a large farm scene, and then they want to add to the farm scene next year. So it doesn't have to be done all the time. And we kind of have a little faux pas. I got the Central Oklahoma Jeep Group, which I belong to donate a rubber duck, or a duck. And we collected some money. We ordered the duck. The duck is on back order. We're not going to get the duck till next year. But the money's still there, and we will have the duck.
Duck Jeep.
Duck Jeep, if you don't get it.
Yes.
And but there's all kinds of things in the book that you can look at, and we like for you to kind of go through us if you're going to order things,
right?
Because we don't want to duplicate our stuff.
So if someone says, they can do one of two things. They can say, here's my donation, put it to whatever you would like, or they can say, I'm such and such business, let me look and see, and they can sit down with you. Is that kind of how that works?
Go through the website, go through the books that we have, because there's a few websites we order from, the wireframes.
That's neat. So people kind of customize.
Yeah, like Katie's Diner did a rooster.
Love that. That's cool.
They did a little rooster.
And Benton's did a 57 Chevy to go with their theme.
That's fun. And they have signs by the frames?
There's signs we are working on. They didn't show up like we thought they would, so bear with us because we're getting them lit up, but it takes time to cut these wires, do these bulbs.
Sure.
And if you're down walking through it, we encourage you to, but please be careful and don't let the kids run, because there are little skinny green wires that we have everything plugged into, and if you trip on one wire, you could pull 5 things down or ruin 5 things. So we try to, we don't care that you walk through it. You don't have to drive. You can
maybe
walk.
Bring a flashlight.
And you can, you can stop and take pictures in front of things. We do not care. We just encourage you to be very mindful of, I call it the minefield. Because, I mean, if you saw all of our wires out there, you'd go, oh, no.
Well, I mean, you're stretching, you're trying to cover a lot of area, with so many products right now, and so you're having to maneuver and manipulate and make it all work.
Yeah,
We had some issues with the rainwater. I know now why the flats flooded, because it doesn't drain down there.
It doesn't drain. It doesn't.
But just the little rain that we got Saturday, we had to do a lot of new wiring. It got into some of our plugs and shorted some things out, and so we had to go clean that up. But we're down there. We're down
almost
there
every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
And I mean,
fixing or adding to it.
We're adding to it, and I've had 5 people that I know that have driven through it every night.
Oh, that's cool.
And I told my husband last night, I said, I'm kind of impressed with Guthrie. And he said, what are you impressed with? I said, I've never seen so many men drive through Christmas lights without their wives. And he goes, well, maybe they're not married. And I go, but I know they have wives. And they say, this is cool. I'm going to go get my wife and bring her back.
That's awesome.
So people are actually driving by, seeing it, coming in, and then they're going home and getting their grandchildren, their wives, their kids. And one little boy comes in a new pair of Christmas pajamas. He's come every night with a different pair of Christmas pajamas on, and he's driving through, and his mama said that they will have new pajamas for every night till Christmas.
Wow. That's a lot of jammies. So,
I know, but he likes them, and so she said he wears them all year long, so...
That's fun. I love it. I love what you guys are doing. I love that this is not, it's a fun story to, how it kind of just got thrown together. Let's do something in 2020, and then it's just snowballed.
The
we
one thing
were already doing a toy drive for the kids, basically, in memorial service through Fireworks Poppin'. And so we started this ordeal together, and everybody had already focused on the kids, like the Kiwanis. They always do, coat drives and everything else. And so we decided, let's focus on the elderly.
I love
and
it.
Get nursing home patients
Yeah,
some gifts,
awesome.
because they kind of get forgotten about sometimes or don't have family to visit. So
Right. Well, so you've got the lights. That's an every night display, taking donations, still accepting all of that. But let's talk about your big weekend, what this is leading up towards, so to speak.
The 16th and 17th of December. We will shut the drive-through down those days because there's places to park. But on the 17th, there will be food trucks on the 16th and 17th with craft vendors. And then on the 17th, we have our cruise. We light a cruise up, and I call it the longest cruise, I'm going to say, in Oklahoma. Because
Sounds good to me.
We cruise from the flats at 5th and Warner all the way down to Oklahoma Street, up around the temple, and back down to the flats. And
that's at night.
That's at night.
That'll be at
It's
6:30.
lit up. It starts at 6:30.
Okay.
Everything is lit. You can bring your razors. You can bring your towing car. I don't care what
Golf
you
cart.
bring.
slide it up. And
You can bring your golf cart. Whatever you can attach lights to. If you want to walk that thing,
More power to you.
power to it. But you better have some Christmas lights on your body. But this is a funny little story. My husband was Santa in the parade in the lighted cruise last year. And he sat by two little girls, the little plaid girl and the little dual girl. And Gary thought they were so cute, and they were dressed so cute, and they were so excited because they were going to get to ride with Santa Claus. Gary said, that little dual girl, Eleanor got more yells than he did being Santa Claus. Everybody knew Eleanor because she went to school here. The little plaid girl actually was going to school at the time in Edmond. And they rode in the parade with him, and he goes, Eleanor outshine me tonight.
That's funny. Like,
He
sorry.
said Santa had to take a back seat to Eleanor. He said she was quite, everybody was excited to see her.
That's funny. So you're taking entries still?
Oh, yes.
For the
Entries up
illuminated
until
cruise?
up till the day of.
Up until the minute we roll out.
Is there a fee to cruise in it?
We ask a $20 donation fee just
Okay.
because that money will go back towards the foundation or
Sure.
the association. So
Okay. Awesome.
And then,
it's one more gift to buy for the
That's right.
donations.
That's
and
right.
then afterwards, Dakota here has quite the show this year.
Yes.
We have something that's really going to be new and really going to be cool, so get ready.
That's awesome. Okay, so that'll be
That'll be
after
at 8
the
o'clock.
8 o'clock on the
That'll give us enough
17th.
time to drag down to the temple and back
Okay.
on that Saturday, 17th.
17th. Okay, 8 o'clock.
We got some good stuff in store.
Awesome. I know. I went
Something
last
new
year.
Guthrie's never seen before.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. And
Yeah.
you all, if you have I'm just going to give a plug. If you have never been to, it's usually the July Red Brick Nights with the fireworks show put on by Fireworks to Poppin', you are missing out. I remember several years ago now, my husband and our girls were little, but we were down here watching, and I remember my husband said, this is one of the best fireworks shows I've ever seen. And I said, I agree. And so we have no longer gone to, I will not say surrounding towns, but there's a town just to the south of here that we would always go to their fireworks show. And we no longer do that because Guthrie's is top notch. So you guys do an incredible job. And I know that's not even your family's full-time thing.
No.
You know, you have another business and things going. So for you guys to dedicate all that time and energy and stuff into it, it's
a lot
awesome.
of planning goes into it.
Right.
It's a year-round job, not just 3 weeks. So.
Last year we were in the drought, and we were watering quite profusely down there to make sure that we were covered. We'd go down and turn sprinklers on, and I mean we took such good care of it. The fireworks froze to the ground because it
was
dropped
so
30
cold.
degrees that
Yes,
night.
It was. But I remember watching last year, just from the car, even because it was so cold. But I just remember thinking how magical it was to watch fireworks in December, because it isn't something that, I don't know who else does that.
It's not
you know,
normal.
it's not
probably
New
normal.
Year's,
What's normal?
Right.
What's normal? But you know, it's something so special, and so I'm excited. I thought it was awesome last year just to be able to watch fireworks in December, and
that'll
so
be 10 times better.
10 times better, Dakota says.
I'm kind of a fireworks nerd. I've always loved them, and anybody that's ever been to my house knows that we have had quite a show at our house before for fireworks, and it's something I love. So to team up with this
The Hoovers,
group,
yes,
the Hoovers,
yes.
and I've learned more about fireworks than I probably ever thought I'd know in my life.
Right.
But it makes our event really makes our event special, and it kind of, even though it's not the end of our event, because our event does run till January the 1st.
The light display.
The
and
light
everything.
display.
Okay.
And if I can get my head wrapped around how to make a ball fall at midnight,
We might be having New Year's.
we might be having a little New Year's
Very
drop.
Merry Guthrie Christmas and New Year's celebration.
Well,
Right.
it's
Make
still,
your name longer.
It's, oh gosh, no. It's still, yeah, that day.
I'm only saying it because we talked about it the other day.
How do you say Shelley's last name?
Shelley Amick.
Shelley Amick. No thank you to this name. You are the one that encouraged me with this name.
She did in our office 2 years ago. I
Yes, 2
remember
years
that.
ago, she said, I had 4 names written down,
That's right.
and Shelley goes, this is it, Shelley.
Shelley.
You're wrong. You know,
Yeah,
you were
that's
wrong.
hilarious.
AVMGCA Association.
Even if you do AVGMCA, that's still a lot.
It's a long acronym. It's true.
But
I like it.
there isn't an ounce of my body that doesn't believe in what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And the fun. We were there all day on Thanksgiving. We had chili and stew for our Thanksgiving dinner because we were working. But we love what we do. And if anybody wants to volunteer, and because everything we have up has to come down,
Right. That was going to be one of my questions. So, yep.
and we will take just come
Maintain.
down January 1st. We start tearing her down, but we all believe in this organization, and it's probably one of the best boards and most fun that I have ever served on.
That's awesome. Who would have thought?
Yeah,
Out of the pandemic with some food trucks downtown.
strangers that I never knew before.
Yeah, I know. That's awesome. That's awesome. Very cool. Well, I think it's great what you guys are doing. I'm really excited about the event. I drove by pretty quick last night. No, I mean, not quick. Not over the speed limit quick, but over the, I'm telling myself, over the viaduct. And my 8-year-old, I almost said 7, but she just turned 8 on Saturday. Anyway, she was like, "Mom, look at the flats." And I was like, "I know." And we were headed home, but I said, "We will drive through tomorrow night when you finish softball. So we're going to go tonight and cruise."
Well, we'll be out there.
So Tami will be out there collecting money.
Well, we station ourselves at the front entrance too, and we
Okay.
have these pamphlets that have more information
Oh,
about
awesome.
our organization. It has our list of sponsors
Okay.
in general, our sponsors of the wire frames and other large displays.
Has a URL code if somebody wants to
QR.
use that URL. QR.
It's okay.
Right.
Dakota
You know.
got you. It takes you to a URL.
I'm
It
not.
does.
You're not wrong, Tami.
I am not tech savvy, so don't even
You're
ask.
not-
But
you're
this
not wrong.
thing, I know that you can use your phone and you
That's
can
right.
use it and you can pay money, and
can.
I know how to do that.
Yes, it works. That's awesome. And it's okay. Our producer here is checking it out, making sure it works.
It'll take you directly
It'll
to our
take you
Square
there.
account.
So,
make donations
yes,
from
so
there.
for people listening or watching, of course, when we post this on social, we will tag your page and everything. But if they're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify, is Facebook the best way, or what's the best way people can?
You know, that's a good
up.
question. I would say our Facebook page
Okay.
with a Very Merry Guthrie Christmas
Okay,
Association.
Association.
it just
is
reminded me of that song. Honky Tonk Bar Association. Like, I felt like after she said that, you should go Association. That's going to be your new thing.
Sure.
Because I never say association.
We just made, but it was the way Dakota said it. And association. So, yeah, so we just made a jingle for you guys.
But if you...
PC Clark.
Well, I hope we're as popular as PC Clark. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be nice.
But we just encourage you to come down. I don't want anybody to feel that they can't come if they can't donate, because that is not the cause.
Free to attend.
I want to say Merry Christmas to you. I love standing on the street corner.
In an appropriate way.
Yes.
Yes.
But I love it. I love Christmas.
Yes.
And so this is our way to give back to our community.
That's awesome. So Facebook, follow Very Merry Guthrie Christmas. You can find it. If you need help, call the chamber. They're listed on our website. You can find all their information there too. But follow so you can keep up with what's going on. And then their link is on the page. I've seen it posted several times of how they can donate.
Through the QR code, you can donate cash, check. We have a credit card machine now as well.
Oh, wow. Very cool. And then they can
keep it
come out the 16th and the 17th to have food. And the food trucks, you guys, if Tami is involved with getting food trucks, it will be great. There's just no doubt about it. I'm serious.
We'll also
I'm excited for food trucks.
We'll be having Stacy Lee, who's a Patsy Cline singer, at 5 to 5:45 on the Saturday. We're working to get another band on the Friday.
She's fantastic. I saw a live video of her, I think, singing it. I'm going like this because Pollard's is down there. And she was so good. So that'll be fun to have her out there.
And Nancy Powell and I'm not sure how to pronounce her name.
Her new last name.
New last name. Her Dance With Me group is going to be down there. I believe they're coming at 1:00. So they're all going to perform a little
on
Christmas Saturday dance. So we're hoping, we haven't got our whole calendar on that day filled yet. We're hoping to.
Yep.
Are you still taking vendors?
If people have more.
We are still taking some vendors.
Okay.
And we are very limited with food trucks down there because a food truck takes a 50 amp service and we only have a few of those.
Okay.
So we have to be really, really careful on how we do that. But we are bringing some food trucks in. We have one lady that said she was coming. I haven't completely heard from her, but she's a keto and sugar-free desserts. She's just getting started in her food truck. Okay. She's gotten all of her licensing to do her baking. I think they're waiting on the trailer to be wrapped, but they may come with. I'd say come without it wrapped. We'll hang some signs on it until we get it wrapped.
That's cool and unique. And then if someone does cotton candy, Vicks, yes, that's awesome.
Al's coming.
Yes.
Aaron that does the Aaron Philpott with M&M concessions is coming, and he's
always at 89ers.
He's always at 89ers. He has the cheesy corn dogs.
Yes. And good fried Oreos.
Stefan, yes, the good fried Oreos.
I'm going to just shout out to Aaron. Yeah, he's
and
great.
Then Stefan is coming with his catfish.
Yes.
And can you think of anybody else?
We have one coming with the freeze-dried candy and nuts.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the freeze-dried. We got some freeze-dried stuff.
Freeze right there for you.
Yeah. Candy and stuff.
New baker as well.
And another bakery that's from Guthrie. It's local. She's just got her stuff together. Okay. She wants to come down, and so we've invited her. Awesome. So there's going to be some things to do and hopefully some gift shopping to do. And
so if you sell something and you want a space, they just need to reach out to you all.
Okay. You will need a tent.
Yes.
And you will need a heater.
Yes.
Maybe. It's going to be 80 degrees.
Now that you said that. Mm-hmm. Hey, that would be awesome.
It would be nice.
It may be weird in a way, just because.
Hey, I wouldn't care if it was 70 or 65.
And T-shirts. I know. Well, because last year it wasn't just in the 30s. It was the wind chill. Like, I want to say it was like single digits, because I remember everyone was like, painfully hurting. Oh.
And we give prizes. We give little prizes to the vehicles in our parade. We have great prizes, so it's definitely worth your your entry to try to win a prize.
We currently have a raffle for an air compressor going on that Chapel Supply donated to us.
Okay.
We plan to do a 50-50 raffle as well.
Okay.
So we're going to start that up soon.
Okay. How much are raffle tickets for the air compressor?
Should be $5 a piece.
$5 a piece.
Yep.
Okay.
Easy.
And what's the value? What's the monetary value?
$800.
$800 air compressor.
So take a chance.
So take a chance, and maybe your
Better odds
Christmas
than the lottery.
gift.
You might buy
awesome.
a nice Christmas gift for somebody.
For a lot less than $800.
Yep.
So very cool. Awesome. Well, is there anything else you all want to add? Did we cover everything?
I want to add that we're having the chamber coffee down there.
Yes.
Tomorrow morning, and we're going to be in the annex of the little church that's down there. Oh, and those lights on the church, my husband put those up there because he thought the church needed lights.
Love it. Love it. Well, you guys are doing awesome. I've really loved being a partner with you guys, and of course our office, and seeing this grow, and I think it's exciting, and I just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you all.
Well, thank you for what you're doing for Guthrie, for kids, for our elderly, for everybody. I mean, it's something everybody can enjoy. So I think it'll just add to all of the great things that our community already offers, and now you're just adding to it. So I'm really grateful and excited to see what comes of Very Merry Guthrie Christmas in the future.
Well, we're still adding to it daily, so next year.
By the 17th, it could be.
We may have to start this as soon as we have the 4th of July.
Right.
If we keep at this pace.
Yes, very true. Well, I know you all have worked hard, and it's all volunteer, and, you can definitely see and hear, and feel your hearts behind this, because without that, it wouldn't be what it is.
No, we love it.
Anyway, awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being my guest today on Chamber Vibes, and I look forward to being a part of the event.
Well, thank you for inviting
No
us.
problem. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Chamber Vibes podcast from Second Banana Media Studios in beautiful downtown Guthrie, America.